3rd grade. I bought both discs all the way up to 6th grade. It's the deluxe edition. So you get 2 discs with an extra. I have no idea what happens. I used to play this as a kid. It was a lot of fun. I never did beat it. So now I'm going to go through and we're going to walk through and see how it goes. See if I'm still smarter than a 3rd grader. Alright, let's go in here.
Well, hello. We've been waiting for you. Please sign in. We've got a busy day ahead. If you're new to this, please enter and have a seat. Sit up straight.
Right.
No slouching in this classroom. Is that gum in your mouth?
See what we can do in the classroom.
Sorry, my mistake.
I love all the witty little jokes they have in here. That's probably why I have some sense of humor. Alright, I know we gotta click that, so let's click on some different, see what's going on. All these little things crack me up. There we go. Alright, let's forget his name. Robert.
If Professor Sparks had meant for me to fly, he'd have given me wings. But what could I do? This mission is too important.
Too important?
You startled me. I didn't think anyone would be here. Hey, you've got that, transquisor. Now be careful with that thing. Don't drop it. The future of the world may depend on that little machine in your hands. That is, if I'm not too late. There's just so little time and so much to do. Listen, I need your help, and if you think you can handle it, you can help me save the world. I am Android XL2, but you can call me Botley. That's what Professor Spark calls me. His daughter Polly calls me... Well, never mind what Polly calls me.
Yeah, she's not so
I'm
nice.
not getting to the point, am I? Here, let me start from the beginning. This morning, Polly's father, he left for another one of his famous inventors' conventions, and he programmed me to keep an eye on Polly. I'm supposed to keep her out of trouble. With Polly, that's always tough. But today, it was impossible. After coming home from school in a manner that I've ever seen her, Polly locked herself in her father's secret chamber. Now, I really shouldn't tell you this because I've been programmed for secrecy, but this being a world emergency and all, well, the professor has an honest-to-goodness time machine up there, and it really works. Not only that, but Polly sent 25 of the other androids back in time. The whole world is changing, and the changes have Polly written all over them. Cars don't exist anymore, and now everyone has to travel by pogo stick.
Oof.
An orangutan has just been elected president of the United States in a
That sounds
landslide.
about America nowadays.
And the Statue of Liberty is now the Statue of Licorice. It's all happening so quickly. But with your help, I think we can rescue all the androids and maybe stop the world from getting too weird. Just hand me the transquisor. I think it's got all the information we need to get started.
Let's find out.
Cool. Now hang on tight and come with me.
Oof. You didn't even grab me. Just took off. Mystery Mountain. Honestly, still excited to play this game to this day. Maybe it was good he didn't grab us. The klutz.
Well, this is it. Home sweet home. Polly should be inside.
Alright, gonna meet the evil
That
genius.
was funny, watching that poor dumb robot flying back in time. I couldn't ask for a better way to spend the afternoon. In another day, the world will see the dawning of Polly's planet. Whoops! It seems there's someone at the door. Let's take a little peek. Oh, it's only Botley. He knows I don't like to be disturbed when I'm working. It breaks my concentration. Okay, let's see what he wants. This might be fun. Oh, Snotley, you're back. I've been looking for you. My name is Botley. I can see you brought help. And you've got the transquizzer. She knows we need it to save the world.
How did she see it?
Didn't my father teach you it's rude to tell secrets, Rotley? Well, I suppose he's told you his side of everything. But what does he know? Today, when I was at school, the teacher handed us a surprise quiz. I already knew all the answers, and she knew I knew them. So, just to have some fun, I made up my own answers to that dumb old quiz. But instead of laughing like she was supposed to, she gave me a big fat 0. I felt faint and short of breath.
What do you expect?
No one's ever given me a 0 before. Well, that's not quite true, Polly. I remember just 2 weeks ago. Be quiet, Plotley. This is my story. Anyway, after getting my first 0 ever, I got the most brilliant idea. Instead of settling for a bad grade, I changed history to match my answers.
That makes sense.
So you sent 25 of your father's robots back in time to change history? How could you do that, Polly? Please, Spotley.
Ow.
If you're so scared, why don't you just bring him back yourself? You've got my transquizzer. Now all you need are the questions on my history quiz. To make it so easy even you can figure it out, I'll leave the disc with the first part of the test on the first floor. That's 5 questions total. Just plug that disc into the transquizzer. Then figuring out where I sent the robots should be simple. Oh, by the way, you have to get in the house first. And I've changed the locks. Good luck!
How could
that's
you?
just great.
My
How are we
house.
going to get into the mountain? You see, the professor's lock system only opens when you reproduce the chimes you hear. Ring the doorbell
That's
to
how.
start the chimes. That will start the unlocking mechanism.
Big bong.
Just listen closely and repeat what you've heard by clicking on the correct door panels. Nice work!
So far, so good.
Good job! You opened the lock! You're doing great!
Love the constant reassurance.
Good job! You opened the lock! That wasn't right. Try again.
I already messed up. See, I don't
Only
even know
one
if I'm
more
smarter
lock to
than
go.
a 3rd grade nowadays. It's been so long. Alright, all locks.
That's it! You opened the door! Now, be quiet and follow me. First, though, let me put this in a safe place. It's the utility belt that Professor Spark designed for me, and it's quite an achievement. Over there's a button that will take you out of any room in the mountain. The indicator next to it tells you how much energy is left to power the mountain. Now, if you ever need assistance, push on this button, and I'll do what I can to help. In the middle of the belt is the inventory. That's where we can store things we find in the mountain. The transquizer, for instance. Professor Spark has set up a lot of games inside the mountain for Polly, me, and the other robots. If you click on this button, you can make some of them harder or easier to play. Finally, this score keeps track of how many invention points we earn. By opening the door, you've already earned a few points. Now, our destiny.
Destiny!
This is the professor's home and laboratory. It's an entirely self-sufficient environment. We don't have to leave the mountain for anything. The professor even included recreational and cultural activities, so he and Polly wouldn't get bored. Over there's the kitchen, where we feature the very finest robot cuisine. Back there's the art gallery. Through that door is the music hall. When Polly takes her weekly music lesson there, the whole place clears out. Behind that door are stairs leading to the professor's jumbo electro generator. If necessary, we might have to go down there to power up. Finally, that stairway leads to the upper floors, filled with the professor's inventions. His most amazing invention, the time machine, is at the very top. Maybe later we'll have time to explore, but now we have to stop Polly from making the world too weird.
Right now.
To do that, we need to find that quiz disc. Hey, there it is! Pull out the transquizer by clicking on the inventory button. All right, it looks like the disc should be inserted in the slot near the top of the transquizer.
Good morning, Polly. I hope you've studied for the quiz today. You may have a lot of natural ability, but even geniuses need to study.
That's Polly's teacher, Ms. Winkle. At that school on the hill, everything's state-of-the-art. All the quizzes are personalized, programmed, and videotaped by the teacher. Pretty cool,
Wouldn't
huh?
that be nice?
Now, today's quiz is all about inventions and discoveries, something you should know plenty about, Polly. But no fair asking your father for help. There are 25 questions total, Polly. 5 on each of the 5 discs I've passed out to you and the rest of the class. That's 5 different levels. So, sit up straight, put on your thinking cap, and select your first question.
Oh, right.
Okay, what we should do first is select one of the quiz questions. Just click on any one of the 5 buttons near the bottom of the transquizer. Since we've got to bring all the robots back, the order doesn't really matter.
Start on the race then.
The yellow start button will play this question.
2/3 of the surface of the Earth we never see. It's covered by water. Drain the oceans and you'd see mountain ranges, canyons, plains, even volcanoes. You can't drain the oceans, but you can become a scuba diver and find out what you're missing. Why was scuba diving invented?
Well, Miss Winkle, everybody knows that high diving boards can be really, really high. At such high altitudes, there's not even enough oxygen for breathing. Scuba gear was invented so that people can breathe while swan diving off high diving boards.
Excellent.
That's exactly right, Polly. And with all that heavy scuba gear on, high divers make quite a splash when they hit the water.
That Polly, ooh, if she gets her way, people will be diving off high diving boards wearing flippers, goggles, and air tanks. We can't let that happen. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizer.
Well, it just so happens, Sotley, that I realized long ago that you would try to mess up my work, so I covered my tracks by hiding clues all over the mountain. 4 clues total.
Well, Polly, okay. It looks like we have no choice but to play by your rules, as unfair as they are. Just tell us what we need to find for this mission.
Oh, Dropley, you're such a drip. You won't spoil my fun. I got Flip, the high-diving robot, doing my bidding. If you ever want to see Flip again, you'll have to find these 4 clues first. Water skis, a drinking straw, a camera, and an octopus.
Oh, no.
Right.
Polly's programmed Flip to do backflips for her. We have to find those 4 clues before Flip belly flops.
We must succeed or history will do a cosmic somersault.
Shh! I'm gonna try to sense this area out for clues. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the painting gallery.
Alright, let's go to the painting gallery.
This is Professor Sparks' art gallery. It's sort of an art museum and an art studio combined. That odd-looking machine over there is his virtual collection, where the professor keeps a display of some of the most famous works of art in the world. You can also go into the painting gallery in the back to create your own masterpiece. Don't forget to bring your imagination.
If you're going to visit the gallery, you let me know if you find any of Polly's things hidden in there.
Hair.
If I've told her once, I've told her 1,000 times, don't mess up the collection. Of course, she doesn't listen to me. Why, once I found a Romanesque urn next to a Baroque.
Oh,
That's Mrs. Beasley.
no.
She's the resident art expert. Some say she's as old as some of the Greco-Roman statues in here.
I heard that, you hotshot silicon chipsters. So smart and so fast and so what? I've got more sense in my vacuum tubes than a lot of you.
Oof.
Well, if we have any questions about the art, we'll be sure to
love
ask
it.
you. My gut feeling is that there's a clue in the painting gallery. It's right behind me.
The gallery?
This room looks like an ordinary painting gallery, but Polly's father created it so anyone can make their own art.
Heidi-ho, Snotley. I hid one of the mission clues here, and if you want it, either you or your friend will have to paint me a pretty picture. Of course, I get to tell you exactly what to
start.
paint. And it better be good. I've always wanted a painting that showed something like this. The horrifying bat! I've been to a haunted house before. The really creepy thing was that I couldn't get out because there were bats hanging in all the doorways.
Click on any of the empty frames to begin painting. Click on the sheet of paper on the floor to read Polly's story.
Haunted house with a bat hanging on the doorways. Let's start up here. Oof.
So the deal here is that Polly wants us to illustrate her strange story. I don't have much of an artistic flair. It's just not in my programming. So it looks like it's up to you. Luckily, Professor Spark made it so anyone can paint like one of the great masters. To your left are all the tools you'll need, and at the bottom are lots of cool colors. If you need to be reminded of what Polly's demanding, click on the card on the lower left corner of the frame.
Okay, so these are lines, squares. Nope. Let's not do that. Let's print, I'm guessing, erase. Oh, there we go. This will make it easy. Octopus. There's the bat. Alright, let's build a house first. Let's put you up there. Haunted. That looks better. Now let's go back to that bat. They're going to be on all the doorways. And we'll just put one up here for funsies. Alright, let's see if this is good enough. These ones are all flashing, so I don't know what that means. Red. Red. Let's see if we can spray paint. There we go. Get a little nasty bat poo. How do I say I'm done? That's just a line. To a haunted house before. The really creepy thing was that I couldn't get out because there were bats hanging in all the doorways. Got it. Creepy music. No, no, no. I really don't know how to say we're done. Oh, we don't want to mess with that.
Click on any of the tools or buttons if you want me to explain what they are. When you want to work, just click on me and I'll skedaddle. I know that great artists need their space.
I'm done.
Good work!
go.
It seems you got the painting right.
Nice.
Grab the clue and put it in the inventory.
Good start.
No mission clues here. Let's try another floor.
Another floor. Let's go up the stairs.
You'll see that as we go up
terrarium.
higher in the mountain, the
Remember that
professor's
being super
inventions get
fun.
more secret and bizarre. Here we have the professor's delicate biosphere.
Biosphere.
And over there, we have the professor's shrinkomatic.
Yeah,
An
I
easy
remember
way
that
to shed a
being
few robot
extremely hard.
pounds.
Same with the
That tram
astrology
there will
one.
take us even further up into the mountain and to some of the professor's other inventions, including his famous time machine. If you want to go back to the first floor, click on these stairs. Stand back now while I sense the place out. Great. I've got a strong reading in the professor's biosphere.
Yep. Let's go. Oh, I should have clicked on the thing and see what it did.
See that glass dome? That's Professor Spark's biosphere. In it, he can grow anything he wants from any part of the world. It's kind of like a vegetable zoo. And to protect the biosphere from outside contamination, the professor has set up a remote control way of working inside it. See over there? Those are explorers the professor designed to
see.
fly into the biosphere. And on that monitor is where you can watch the explorer as you maneuver it anywhere you want. Inside, there are 5 different environments to check out. A desert, a rainforest, a mountain range, a grassland, and even an ocean. Each one contains plants and animals you might find in those places.
Oh, Muttley, over here. Daddy doesn't deserve all the credit. I planted some things in the biosphere, too.
Sure, Polly. Whatever you say.
I did. You don't have to believe me, but I just thought you might be interested in knowing that I planted a mission clue in there. You can't get your poor robot friend back without it. Don't expect me to tell you where I hid it, though. That would be too easy.
Too
Polly,
easy.
the
Can't have that.
biosphere's huge. You're expecting us to find a needle in the haystack, so to speak.
Relax, Nutley. I know Daddy didn't exactly overload you with smarts. I guess I can even the playing field and give you some hints along the way.
She's the queen
And
of
here's your
comebacks.
first hint. Get one of those explorers launched. Even you should be able to understand that.
Boy, someday. Well, let's launch one of these babies and see what Polly's got in store for us inside that biosphere. Click on the launch button on the console to send the explorer inside.
Let's get going. If I remember right, I gotta move around all these tunnels.
Now we can navigate the explorer around the biosphere by watching it on this monitor. Click on the monitor for a closer look.
Oh yeah. Going in closer.
This is weird. It seems like the explorer is underground. I guess what we need to do is fly up into the biosphere. That should be right above us. To fly the explorer, use the arrow keys on your keyboard. Press the up arrow to blast the explorer forward, and press the left and right arrows to rotate it.
Alright, let's get going. Get a map, good luck.
I hope you appreciate how much effort is going into asking you these difficult questions. Which animal lives underground? A flying fish? A golden eagle? A ground squirrel?
This is a tough one, guys. Which one do you think?
Big deal, you got one right.
Probably the only one we'll get right. Should we go through the door already?
You can butter me up all you want, but you still have to answer my questions to get out of here.
I never butted
Which
you up.
colorful animal displays the dull underside of its wings when it lands? A butterfly? A sparrow? A bat?
Oh, what? Good question. I'm not gonna guess it's bad. Butterfly.
Wait till next time.
Oh yeah, there we go. Good guess. Let's go right this time. I'm already
You need to be wise to answer this one. Which bird nests underground? A sparrow, a vulture, a burrowing owl? Yeah, so you got it right.
I'm burrowing. Side hole.
This question will quickly cut you down to
Two more
size,
questions.
Motley. Which plant easily grows back after a fire? A banana palm, an oak tree, or grass?
No idea about a banana palm. Trees take forever to grow, I'm pretty sure. It's all grass.
Just a lucky guess.
Yep. Good guess. I'm doing good at guessing today. Alright, right here. Last one.
Stop hounding me, Potley. Here's another question. Which animal is a relative of mice and rats? A tsetse fly, a prairie dog, or a bison?
Whew. Big one, big old rat.
Wait till
Bison.
next time.
Terrifying.
Good job! We're above ground. The professor reproduced 5 different environments here. You have to find the one where Polly hid her clue. Press the spacebar to launch a probe. It'll give you an eyewitness view of what's down there. Then match what you find with Polly's hints. When you think you figured out the right environment, land the Explorer in the designated landing pad. Each environment has one.
Found. Desert cactus with edible fruit. Sharp needles protect fruit from hungry predators. This is a prickly pear. Insectometer. This is an insect that performs a dance to let the other insects know where the best nectar can be found. This is a bee.
Honestly, don't know what I'm doing. Savannah.
Predator scope indicates an
Yes, this
insect
one with all
that
the
is
music.
threatened by 200 different kinds of birds. Gets its name from living in the grasslands. This is a grasshopper.
Grass. Ooh. Going past the other trees, but not this one. See if we can go to state. Boink. Mountains. Pretty sure it's a savanna. but
Pathologizer on.
we'll circle
An
around.
animal whose bite has caused the spread of some of the world's most deadly diseases, including the Black Plague. This is the flea.
The flea. Ocean.
Radar track. An animal that travels the 22,000-mile round trip from the North Pole to the South Pole, called an Arctic tern. This is a bird.
Now we gotta go all the way back. To the savannah? Yeah. Let's try that first. Bang, 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 bang. This is all over here.
Touchdown! You landed safely. Now, if you want to open this box,
Safe that
click
one.
on a key on the console.
Let's do it.
That was nice work. Store the clue in your
Easy peasy.
inventory and move on.
Inventory. Nope. Get in there.
Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the shrinking machine room.
Shrinking machine. Oh. Alphonse. You see that? Nah. Oh.
I'm picking up a clue reading in the shrinking machine.
Alright, let's go, Botley.
This is Professor Sparks' masterpiece. Well, one of them anyway. He calls it the... something or other. We call it the Shrink-O-Matic. It can reduce anything or anyone to the size of a medium-large molecule with the help of my good friend Egbert.
Oh, yes. So if you want to know about any of my wonderful specimens, just pick up this analyzer and click on it. But please, don't hurt the specimens.
I would
Well,
never.
that'll come in handy when you go searching for the mission clue, because I miniaturized it and hid it inside one of those specimens.
Which specimen, Polly? Give us a hint.
Okay, Potley, okay.
Gonna guess it's the
Anything to
cactus.
stop your whining. Egbert is so full of hot air, he couldn't survive without it. You know, this specimen depends upon the wind for its survival.
Wind.
Actually, I can survive without oxygen quite nicely. Another advantage to being a robot.
So we have to figure out which specimen Polly is talking about. That's where Egbert will come in handy. Use his analyzer to get information on any of the specimens and to help you determine which is the right one. When you think you know the right specimen, hand the analyzer back to Egbert. You can then move the specimen over to the Shrink-O-Matic. Once it's there, Egbert can shrink me to the size of a molecule. Then I can dive into the specimen
Oh,
and
yeah,
find
this
what
is
we're
the
looking
pinball
for.
one, I think, if I remember right. Oh my goodness. Alright,
Dandelion. Some people consider dandelions to be pesky weeds. Others eat dandelion leaves in salads. Dandelions are herbs with bright yellow flowers. The seeds grow hairs that catch the wind. Dandelions depend on the wind to scatter their seeds.
Alright, now let's click on the
Sunflower. The sunflower is a tall yellow flower that looks like a blazing sun. It can grow as high as 7 feet. Sunflower seeds are delicious to eat.
Now I kinda just want to see what the rest of
Sea
these things
pen.
are.
The sea pen looks like an old-fashioned feathery quill pen. A sea pen is a type of coral with a soft body. It's very colorful and gives off light if a creature brushes against it. Wheat. Wheat is a type of grass. Wheat is ground up in a mill where it becomes flour. Flour is used to make breads and pasta. Tulip. Tulips are popular flowers. They grow from underground bulbs in a variety of bright colors. Tulips
That's
are
what I like
easy
about
to
these
spot.
games.
They
You
look
actually
like
get to
little
learn a lot
cups.
about a bunch of different stuff you wouldn't ever think of.
Toadstool. Toadstools look like mushrooms. Scientists
Samario.
used to call toadstools plants. Since toadstools don't make their own food through photosynthesis, they are no longer considered plants. They're a cross between plants and animals.
When you
Toadstool.
Oops, sorry, Botley.
Toadstools look like mushrooms. Sea lettuce. Sea lettuce sounds like it belongs in a salad, but you wouldn't want to eat it. Sea lettuce is a green algae in the shape of lettuce. It floats on the surface of the sea. Moss. Moss is a short green plant that grows everywhere. Moss grows on tree trunks, rocks, and moist ground. Moss is super soft and feels like a carpet when you walk on it. Mold. Mold, like mushrooms, is a fungus. Blue-green mold is often seen growing on bread. From mold, we get one of the world's most important medicines, penicillin. Kelp. Kelp is a sea plant that can grow to be 100 feet long. When sea otters go to sleep, they wrap themselves in kelp to stop themselves from floating away. Cactus. This hardy desert plant can be found in many varieties throughout Southwest America. The cactus is so common in the state of Arizona, they used a cactus flower as their state flower.
When you think you have the right specimen,
Fern. The small green leaves of ferns spread out from the center of the plant on triangular branches called fronds. 300 million years ago, ferns were the Earth's dominant plant life. As ferns decayed, they created much of the Earth's supply of coal.
A lot of interesting stuff. But let's take the dandelion.
do you think that's the right specimen? If so, just click on the microscope on the floor.
Microscope.
Ready,
Let's get him
Botley?
shot
Hold on
in
tight.
there.
It is some ride, I'm told.
Oh my!
Yep. Oh yeah.
If you chose the right specimen, the object Polly hid should be somewhere inside that giant molecular thingamabob up there. You just have to bat
Oh,
me
that's
into that
nice.
stuff until it's revealed. Click on the mouse button to launch me into inner space, then use the mouse to move the magnet. I can't stay small forever though, so try to get through the molecules before I return to my regular size. I won't
buddy.
last more than 10 rounds in here, so you have to work quick.
Oh, so
Click
I
on
get
the
10
mouse to
rounds.
launch me.
Yeah, so I can't let the dogs in.
Here it comes!
Get going, buddy. Let's see if I can keep up. Good old-fashioned goals. Might take a minute. I gotta remember how to direct him the way I want him to go. Whoop. Let's try to get you in that hole. Oh! Close. No, coming back. I don't want you to get stuck in there and go crazy. Oh, damn. That's close. Almost in there. Alright, this next one should be... Oh, right back where we came. There we go. Get in there. Oh! One more. Got the green. Now the orange. Alright, now it should be cleaner. Pop. There we go. Oh, come on. I was thinking he was gonna bounce straight up. One blue. Yeah, I'm not too great at this one. Oh. take forever. There we go. That's what we needed. Oh. I cannot get this guy to go where I want him to. Terrible at this. Oops, these ones are gonna have to hit. Oh, come on. Pop one of them. Just gotta get to that red orange one in the middle. Oh! Come on, Bailey! Couple more. I'm gonna knock every piece off before I finish it. Come on. Oh. Oof. Nope. 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 Horrible at this. This one should not do any damage. Just what I like to see. Alright, I'm thinking about letting him fall. This way I can just shoot him straight in there. Oh, when he comes at an angle. You got me. Good job, buddy. Just hit it! Why you gotta do me like that? I have to hit the pink one first. Pussy bleh. There is no angle to hit it straight up. Every time. And then he goes. Come on, come on. Oh. Can't get any worse at this. Yes. One more. We can do it. Another 10 minutes of this. Oh, back. There we go, we got the octopus.
Way to go! You freed the clue that Polly hid.
10
Now
minutes.
put it into your inventory so we can get back to saving life as we know it.
Octopus in the inventory.
There are no mission clues on this floor. Let's go to another floor.
Up, up, and away! There we go. Go, catch it. Extendo arm. These are the good ones. The maze. Yep.
Yes! we're at the very top of the mountain.
I remember.
Just knowing what's up here gives me chills. Still, I'd go anywhere and face any danger to save my fellow robots. Over there, we have the professor's observatory. Once, a while ago, he caught Polly spying on the neighbors with the telescope. Boy, did she get a nice long time out. In that room is a little obstacle course, sort of a robot boot camp. The professor uses it to test out his new robots. Of course, I passed with flying colors when I was tested, but sometimes he comes across a robot with a few bugs that need to be worked out. If you want to go back downstairs, just click on the tram. Oh, and over there, behind those forbidding stone doors, that's where the professor stores the time machine. There's no way to open it, though, until we have all of Polly's mission clues and, of course, enough invention points. Stand back now while I sense the place out.
How many we need?
Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the robot maze.
Yup. You're good at guessing this. Oh, come on, I saw you. Google eyes. Oh. Sweet. Let's get the maze going.
This is the most dangerous part of the mountain. That's why Professor Spark uses it as an obstacle course for testing out new robots. With all the treacherous paths and sharp turns, it's the perfect way to test out the latest in robot navigational technology.
Here comes Sarcastic.
You're right, Motley. That little box down there contains the mission clue you so desperately need. I programmed that stupid robot to put that box where you wouldn't be able to reach it. Then I scrambled the commands. See if you can unscramble them.
Yeah.
Okay, as far as I can figure, here's the situation. That robot has been specially designed to maneuver his way down there. He's really good at following directions, and he's got nerves of steel. So what you have to do is rearrange all the robot's commands on that remote control device in front of you, so they're in the correct order. The commands tell him which way to move. Just click on the command you want to move, then drag it to where you want it to go. When you press the run button at the bottom of the remote control...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, buddy. Alright, so we're gonna go 1, 2, cross the log. Then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, south. Then we're gonna jump. Hopefully that makes it over there. Then we're gonna go west 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. That's gotta be it. Come on, little buddy. Let's make it happen. I'm impressed with that log run. Very, very impressive. Alright, let's do that big jump. Oof. Atta boy.
Fantastic!
Well done.
The robot made it through the maze. You are some slick programmer. Great!
Stop.
Take the clue and put it in your inventory.
What I needed was the straw.
Alright, we got all the mission clues. Now all we need is enough invention points.
Sure did.
We need 1,000 total. How about playing a game on the first floor to win some more invention points?
How you gonna have me do everything? and
Since
not
we
give me
need more
enough
points, why don't we play a game on this floor while we're here? Let's check out the Shrink-O-Matic.
We just did.
Look, we're at the Shrink-O-Matic again.
So, do you want to know about something?
Look, I didn't hide a mission clue in there, okay? So don't bug me, unless you need some invention points. In that case, have I got a hint for you? I love this specimen. It's made from the skeletons of dead robots.
An interesting, albeit incorrect concept. Technically speaking, robots never die. They just become obsolete.
True. Alright, let's see what she's looking for. Just pull the screen on its down.
Helium. The element helium is a gas.
It makes balloons float into the sky because it is lighter than the air around it. Marble. Marble is a hard, beautiful rock that formed when the Earth's crust moved beneath mountains. The massive movement squeezed and heated limestone and turned it into marble. Slate. Slate is a rock that easily splits into thin, even sheets. If you were able to see under the green felt on a pool table, you would see that the table is made from a slab of slate. Sandstone. When grains of sand come together and become hard rock, it's called sandstone. Since grains of sand are tiny pieces of larger rocks, think of sandstone as a recycled rock. Limestone. Chalk is a good example of the soft white rock called limestone. Limestone was formed from the skeletons of dead sea creatures. Granite. Granite is a beautiful hard rock. It can be white, gray, or pink. Some of the most important buildings in the world are made with granite.
When you think you have the right specimen...
Diamond. Diamonds are precious gemstones. Jewelers cut diamonds into shiny shapes. In order to cut a diamond, you have to use another diamond. That's because the diamond is the hardest thing on Earth. Lava rock. Lava is the red-hot molten rock that oozes out of the earth and becomes hard rock. There are currently 600 active volcanoes on Earth that are capable of producing lava rock. Quartz. Quartz is a clear, glassy crystal rock. It's used in computer chips and watches. Put it under pressure, and quartz emits electricity. Oxygen. This is the Earth's most common element. All water, including the oceans, has oxygen in it. Believe it or not, oxygen is also necessary for burning fires. Hydrogen. The element hydrogen is so powerful, it powers our sun. Yet hydrogen is 15 times lighter than air. Nothing in the world is lighter than hydrogen. Carbon. The Earth's rocks are made of minerals, and minerals are made of elements. Carbon is the most common element, and it's also the most remarkable one. Carbon is used to make both lead pencils as well as diamonds.
When you think you have the right specimen, click on
Granite, lime, marble, slate. Helium, the sandstone. Quartz. Quartz is a clear lava rock. Carbon.
Let's go carbon.
Do you think that's the right specimen? If so, just click on the microscope on the floor.
Happy trails.
All right, let's see if we can get this done quick.
Back here again, and besides a slight headache, I'm feeling okay. I won't last more than 10 rounds in here, so you have...
All right,
Look
keep
out!
going, buddy. Black ones don't pop. Nope. Let's get you some in there. Oh, there we go. Go crazy. Go crazy. There we go. That's what we needed. Let's not get stuck over there. Endless loop. There, oh shoot, I wasn't paying attention. Wish I could see the other direction. Come on, let's not get stuck over here. There we go. Dang, this one's tough. Yes. Alright, I'm getting better at this. Nope. That should get the purple one? No. That should get the purple. Oh, it's double. Oh, come on. Purple? Yeah. Alright, next one. We got it. Oh! Shows how much I know. This one, hopefully, get in there, Botley! Oh, I suck. That wasn't it.
Nope, not there. I guess we'll have to go back to the shrinking machine and try again.
Forgot
Click
what the
anywhere.
was. What robots are made of?
Huh. I was sure we'd find the clue in that one. Let's go back over Polly. Don't forget Polly's hint. Which specimen is made from the skeletons of dead creatures?
Dead robots. Which? Let's put you back. Grab that bad boy.
Slate. Slate is a rock. Marble. Marble is a hard, beautiful rock that formed when the Earth's crust helium. The element helium is a granite. Granite is a beautiful hard rock. Limestone. Chalk is a good example of the soft white rock called limestone.
Oh, so not robot. Let's do that one.
I guess it's time for me to get small.
Zoop, zoop, zoop.
Bon voyage, Botley. That's French, you know.
Later!
He said later. Oh.
You're pretty good at this, so let's get the show on the road. Alley-oop!
Making fun of me. He's talking all that smack. Get rid of these ones first. That's what we want. Oh, so he gets stuck in the way back. That's what we want right there. Is it not this one either? I don't see the red we're supposed to be going for. This is one of those extra ones down in the middle. Blended in. There, we gotta find which red one we're looking for. So not those two. Not that one. Double. It's no man's land where I can't hit anything. Oh, okay, so I just have to play. So I get points for every pot. Now I see. Don't even have to actually. There it is. Gotcha, buddy. Hiding from me. Pop every freaking balloon before we get to it. Oh. Should just go through it. Now we're gonna have to somehow hit that. Hit the red one behind it. Another 10-minute one that's going to take me to get that last one. Of course, it's all the way on the left, so I can't redo it. One more. Let's see if I can smoke it around. No! I'm not good enough. Too far. Yeah, there we go. Pink. That one shows. Yes.
Way to go! We needed those invention points. Now put them in the inventory and let's get back to work.
Hopefully this will stack us up for next time. Or we don't have to do an extra one.
We should go to the time machine to complete this mission. Let's... We made it! We got all the clues, we've got enough invention points, now let's go into the time machine. Click on the time machine door in the back. Wow. Excuse me if I sound sort of odd, but I wasn't sure we'd make it to the time machine mission control. It's impressive, huh? This is Professor Spark's most important work to date. The time machine extraordinaire. The professor created it so he could witness the invention of anything you can think of. Just go back in time and observe. He would never meddle, not like Polly. When he finds out what she's been up to, I wouldn't be surprised if she's in for some serious time out. Now we need to figure out where we have to go in history to complete this mission. That odd-looking machine will help with that task. It's called the Wheel of Invention, and by using Polly's mission clues, we can figure out which inventor we need to find. The professor tried to ensure that not just anybody could use the time machine. You need to know something about history, science, art, a little bit of everything, really.
Oof.
So click on the wheel and let's get going.
Let her rip.
We finally made it! This is where we bring everything together and figure out how to find the robot that Polly sent back in time. This is the professor's Wheel of Invention. It's an obstacle to the time machine. You see, some of the robots kept wanting to travel back in time to taunt the early computers, but you can't have that. So the professor devised a little quiz that's too difficult for the robots. But hopefully it's not too difficult for you.
Ooh, game show.
Oh, brother. Polly's
the
reprogrammed the wheel so it's no longer just a quiz. It's a quiz show. It seems the show's called Pollywood Squares. You're the first contestant.
This is how you play. Answer 3 questions for each of the clues you collected. You'll find out what, when, where, and who. All the information you need to create a profile of your mission.
Once the game begins, you gotta work fast and try to answer each question on the first try. That way you'll win the time
see.
key faster and win the most points. Ready, set, okay, let's begin. Just click the on button to start.
Alright, let's get going.
Welcome to a special edition of Hollywood Squares. What's so special about it? Well, in addition to sending you back in time to rescue Flip, the high-diving robot, we're also giving away a new car!
Yeah!
Just kidding. Your first clue is a pair of water skis. The skis will help explain what your mission is all about. Water skiing was invented by an avid skier who hated to give it up in summer, just because the snow had melted. What kind of boat pulls a person wearing water skis? Correctamundo! Motorboats have the power to pull water skiers across the surface of the water. Most motorboats run on gasoline. What kind of boats travel on nuclear power?
Yachts.
You bet! Nuclear subs are so
rich,
powerful
they'd be the ones
they
to be
can
able to
travel
afford it.
all around the world without surfacing. Submarines are sometimes used for undersea exploration. What else is used for deep sea exploration?
Snorkel, scuba gear, diving helmets.
Scuba Dooba! You are correct! Scuba stands for self-contained
Scuba
underwater breathing apparatus. It's the subject of your mission.
Cool. We get to travel back to the invention of scuba gear. Better pack a bathing suit.
Your second clue is a camera. In a flash, it will show you who invented scuba gear. Getting your picture taken by the first cameras was a slow process. You had to sit motionless for up to 10 minutes with your head in a clamp so your picture wouldn't blur. Cameras work by allowing light to strike the film. Which part of the camera opens to let the light in?
The shutter.
Smile! You got that right! When you take a picture, the shutter opens to let in the light. Which part of your body is most like a camera shutter?
My lips. You know it.
Aye aye, matey! Like a camera shutter, your eyelids open when you want to see something and close when you don't. Eyelids also help to protect your eyes. Which explorer wore goggles to protect his eyes?
That's a good one.
No, Magellan didn't need goggles to sail the open seas.
I didn't know who those other two were.
I'm impressed. Jacques Cousteau is an undersea explorer. He needed goggles to protect his eyes from the seawater. Cousteau loved undersea exploration so much, he invented scuba gear to make it easier to do.
Whoa, I hope Jacques Cousteau doesn't flip his lid when he meets up with Polly's robot Flip. But now at least we know who in history we have to find.
Terrible. The octopus.
Your third clue is an octopus. The octopus will show you when your mission takes place. The blue-ringed octopus puts poison in her own eggs to keep predators from eating them. The blue-ringed octopus is native to Australia. What other animal lives only in Australia? Jump up and shout! That's right! Kangaroos are one of the famous pouched animals that live in Australia. Kangaroos jump because they don't know how to run. Which of the following could help you jump as far as a kangaroo? fabulous! Trampolines are springboards used for jumping and for doing acrobatics. The trampoline was invented over 5 decades ago. What's the earliest year you could have used a trampoline?
Oh shit, what? This come out 2000?
No, jump again. Could you be any smarter? Good work. In 1946, the trampoline was celebrating its 10th birthday. 1946 was also a good year for underwater divers. That was the year Jacques Cousteau invented the scuba.
All right, we're doing great. All we need now is where scuba was invented. And that's where we'll find Flip.
With a straw.
Your 4th clue is a drinking straw. The drinking straw will show you where scuba gear was invented. If you hold a glass to take a drink, your hand warms it up. The drinking straw lets you drink without picking up the glass. And that keeps your drink nice and cold. A drinking straw is most similar to which of the following? Excellent! You take in liquids through a straw, and you take in air through a snorkel. Snorkels are tubes that you breathe through when you swim on the surface of the water. The first snorkels were hoses that supplied air to German submarines. What were German submarines called? You got that right! The U of U-boats stands for underwater. The Germans used U-boats 50 years ago during World War II. Which country is closest to Germany on the map?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, oui! Germany and France are both countries on the continent of Europe. It was in beautiful France that Jacques Cousteau invented the scuba gear.
Well, that's it. We know that Jacques Cousteau invented scuba in 1946 in France. Put on your flippers. We've got a long way to swim to find Flip the robot.
Going diving. Guess we're going in here then.
I'd see the inside of this thing. Pretty cool, huh? The professor made it clear this time machine was off limits to anyone but him. But with Polly about to send the world out of control, I think the professor would understand. That looks like our window into the past. Look, all the information you found at the wheel is now neatly in place up there. I guess the time key did that. This lever looks important. Click on me if you think I should pull it. Maybe it'll start things up. Bon voyage! We're off to France to watch Jacques Cousteau invent scuba gear. Don't forget your suntan lotion.
Here we go.
Has Polly gone off the deep end? She's programmed Flip to trick Jacques Cousteau into jumping off a high diving board. Oh my, quel dommage! As if we needed proof that scuba gear isn't tested for 10 meters above sea level. Hit the recall button and let's see if we can reverse the situation. Much better. Au revoir, Jacques. Now back to the future.
We don't even gotta go. We just gotta see on the screen.
Whoa, that was some landing. Press the back button on the utility belt to leave the time machine. We need to put this robot to rest. This is where the professor stores all his time-traveling robots.
Put him to rest.
I call it the Robot Roost. Believe you me, these guys have been around the block a few times. The problem is, we have to get them all back from the different places and times that Polly sent them. Right now, though, it's 1 down and 24 to go. You gotta start somewhere. Just let me store this robot for safekeeping. A long rest is sorely needed. Polly sent plenty more back in time, so let's start another mission.
Another robot safe at home. I bet you think you're the smartest little robot in the world now, don't you, Gutley? Well, you're not as smart as I am, and I'm gonna make the next mission so tough you'll beg to be taken to the scrap heap.
Let's take a look at that transquizzer and select another mission. Click on the inventory.
Oops. Alright, so I'm awful in life science.
There's plenty of cool things to do on this floor, but unless we're on a mission, it all seems pretty pointless to me. Click on the inventory to start a mission.
Not me. I gotta drag it.
No time to pat ourselves on the back. Select another question so we can save another robot.
Magicians used to be in charge of curing the sick. If you were sick, you had magic performed on you to make you healthy again. Today, if you get sick, you go to the doctor, not to the magician. Thank goodness times have changed. When you get sick, the role of a doctor is to figure out what's wrong with you and then prescribe the treatment necessary to get you better. What's the role of a nurse?
Since the thing that never fails to make me feel better is cake and ice cream, I guess that's what nurses give their patients. Ice cream and cake. Medicine like that makes you feel better instantly.
Oof.
That's exactly right, Polly. There's nothing better when you're very sick than chocolate cake a la mode.
Polly thinks you help sick people by giving them dessert. What a disaster. People will be trying to get sick just so they could go to the hospital and get ice cream and cake. What about people who really are sick? We gotta stop her. Click on the inventory button to put away the transquizzer.
Cool your pits, Hotley. Here's the situation. I've sent the robot doctor, Dr. Bugbot, back in time. If you want to find the good doctor, you'd better locate these 4 clues. A baby bottle, a lamp, a tablespoon, and a bar of soap.
Alrighty then.
Not Dr. Bugbot. If I get a computer virus, he's the only one who can get the bugs out of my program. We better get a move on, quick. Careful now, I'm going to sense around here. I'm getting a strong clue reading in the observatory.
In the observatory.
NASA has nothing over Professor Spark. Just take a look at this place. It's here that the professor conducts all his top-secret astronomical experiments. Way ahead of his time, of course. Hey, did you know that the professor landed a rocket ship on the moon years before Neil Armstrong ever set foot on it? Just kidding.
Got me.
I guess you could say that you can get a mission clue here, but it's not exactly in this room. In fact, it's not even in this solar system, because I used one of Daddy's rockets to ship it into deep space. Special delivery. You won't find it by just looking around the void. You'll have to figure out exactly where to look.
How do we do that, Polly? Space is a big place.
Well, just because I'm such a nice girl, I'll give you a teeny-weeny hint. There you go. I just sent the hint flying off toward the new black hole Daddy recently discovered. If you really work fast, you might rescue the hint before it gets sucked up into another dimension. Then again, maybe you'll fail. Scary, huh?
Don't worry, we might have a chance. Professor Spark recently launched a whole series of space probes into the black hole. I think we can use it to intercept Polly's radio transmission. Just click on the telescope and we'll get started.
Let's find out.
Is this cool or what? 1 minute we're in Professor Sparks' observatory,
do not
and the
remember how to
next
play this
we're
one.
looking into space 300,000 light years away at a humongous black hole. See that? That was Polly's radio transmission, and the radio waves circling inside the black hole is part of Polly's hint. Unless you blast it out of there, it's going to get sucked into a different dimension. That's one of Professor Sparks' space probes. Don't worry, it's strong enough to resist the intense gravitational pull of the black hole, and it packs laser beams powerful enough to knock Polly's radio transmission to safety. You can actually spin the ship by using the arrow keys on your keyboard. To shoot the ship's laser beam, press the spacebar on your keyboard. Whenever you hit a radio transmission packet head-on, you'll knock it 1 light year away from the center of the black hole. When you collect 4 radio packets, you've got Polly's entire hint, ready for unscrambling.
Let's unscramble.
Nice. Another asteroid. Way to maneuver. You got another. That's it. Now it's time to decode Polly's
That was
message.
easy. Wowza. Pop, 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 pop.
This is the professor's alien transmission decoding device. It comes in
This is
handy
where
when
it
it comes
gets
to decoding
interesting.
transmissions from extraterrestrial
Remember, you
beings.
gotta
The catch
move
is,
stuff
he hasn't
around
yet
to the
found
different
any alien
constellations, I
transmissions to decode. Still, we can use it to read Polly's hint. I guess you can call that an alien transmission. Here comes the radio transmission you intercepted from the grip of the black hole. What a drag. Polly's hint is all scrambled. The words aren't in the right order. Polly's not an alien, technically, but we can still use the professor's alien decoder to unscramble her hint. What you need to do is rearrange the words so they create... Hey, you make quick sense out of that messy sentence. Almost there, but it seems Polly left a grammatical booby trap.
That was great.
Hey, you make quick sense out of that messy sentence. Something's not right. We gotta fix the sentence.
How did I do all these things?
Hey, you make quick sense out of that messy sentence. But wait, there's more to be done. Great! You decoded the entire hint.
I made the days longer than the nights. I made flowers grow tall and days grow warm. How did I do all these things? I brought spring to ancient people.
Okay, you unscrambled the hint. Quick, to the star chart so we can find that clue. Click on the star chart over there and I'll help you. Click on the star chart over there.
I was clicking the wrong thing.
This is the professor's star chart. It's really like a map that shows the locations of all the billions of stars that we can see from Earth.
Oh, we went
Of
back
course,
to
there
0
are billions
points
more we
after
can't see.
almost 2,000.
In the old days, people used to navigate by the stars. This map would have come in handy then. Move the pointer over any of the constellations to find out their names. If you want to know more about one of the constellations, just click on it.
Sagittarius represents Chiron, the king of the centaurs. The centaurs were men from the waist up and horses from the waist down. Chiron, the archer, points his arrow at the heart of the scorpion. He was brave and wise. Chiron arranged the stars into constellations so that men could use them to tell directions and to foresee the changing seasons. Aquarius means water bearer in Latin, because people believed he carried water to the gods. But Aquarius was a constellation that ancient people feared. It appeared in the winter, and winter brought rain and sometimes deadly floods. Capricorn is a goat with the tail of a fish. In the ancient Middle East, Capricorn appeared in the winter sky. The fishtail represented the rains of winter. It was hoped that the half of Capricorn representing the goat would scamper out of the sky and take the rainy winter with him. Grus is a long-necked crane. It was put in the sky by the Greek god Hermes, who believed that the crane was sacred. Scorpio is the shape of a scorpion with its tail curved upward to sting. The scorpion's sting is deadly. Scorpions come out at night, just like the stars, and creep into bedding, shoes, and clothes left on the ground.
Scary.
Libra is the scales that ancient Egyptians believed weighed the soul after death. On one side of the scales went the soul, and on the other went the feather of truth. If the soul was lighter than the feather of truth, it went to heaven. If sins made the soul heavier, the soul went to the underworld to be punished. Centaurus is named after the mythical beast called centaurs. Centaurs were savage creatures that were men from the waist up, but horses from the waist down. Hydrus is the little cousin of Hydra. Both are monstrous water snakes. Crux is the Southern Cross, and although it's the smallest of all the constellations, it was used by sailors to point to the South Pole. Crux is so small that for centuries people thought it was nothing but the hind legs of the man-horse Centaurus. Tucana is named after the beautiful toucan, a bird from South America with a very large bill. Cetus is a sea monster who in Greek mythology was killed by the hero Perseus. Eridanus is a mythical river that flows across the night sky. When once the son of Helios, god of the sun, steered his father's chariot too close to the earth, Zeus shot a thunderbolt out of the sky, and the son of Helios fell into the river Eridanus. Carina represents the keel of Jason's ship, the Argo. Without a keel, a ship would sink into the ocean. Vela is the sails of Jason's ship. The wind of the heavens guides the ship through the starry night sky. Pyxis is a ship's compass. It guides Jason and the Argonauts on their perpetual journey through the heavens. Pupus represents the stern or back of the Argo. The Argo was powered by 50 oars. Jason and the Argonauts sailed across the Black Sea in the Argo to steal the Golden Fleece. Orion the Hunter is the brightest constellation in the winter sky, and in Greek mythology, the most handsome man in the world. He is the easiest to pick out. Look for his uplifted club in one hand, his feet widespread, and his belt around his waist. The zodiac is the name for 12 ancient constellations. Some people believe that the positions of the sun and the planets against this starry background can change their destiny. I made the days longer than the nights. I made flowers grow tall and days grow warm. How did I do all these things? I brought spring to ancient people. Cancer is the Latin name for crab. Leo the lion is the 5th constellation in Ursa Major, the Great Bear, is the one constellation everyone knows. That's not because Ursa Major looks like a bear. It's because it has 7 stars that form the Big Dipper. Virgo was a beautiful young woman who in Greek mythology left the earth because humans acted so badly. Virgo's star, Spica, is one of the brightest stars in the sky. It shines 1,400 times brighter than the sun,
So many
but its
constellations.
light travels over 200 years to reach Earth. Scientists, Corona Borealis is a gold. Hercules stands in the night sky. Lyra, Cygnus is Delphinus is Pegasus is the winged. Pisces is the last constellation. Aries looks like a powerful Taurus is the bull. Gemini means twins. This Auriga couldn't walk. Cassiopeia was the wife. Ursa Minor is the little cousin of Ursa Major. No, Corona Borealis. Draco is the dragon who guarded the golden apples of Cassiopeia was the wife of a king. In Greek myth, Cygnus is the swan who flies. Lyra looks like a small harp.
The spaceship that Polly launched contains one of the mission clues or some extra invention points. We could use both of them, so use the hint you unscrambled to figure out where Polly sent the spaceship.
Karina.
Nothing happened. I don't think that's the right constellation.
Okay,
Try
so
again.
Sagittarius.
Nothing happened.
Capricorn.
I'd suggest trying Aries. It's in the northern hemisphere.
Yeah, that one's gonna take way too long to go through all of these and figure out which one it is.
Aries.
Way to go!
There we
You
go.
picked the right constellation, and now the
Sorry, I
ship
did
is
not
heading
want to sit
back
through all
here.
that. There were so many constellations in the first part. It's 10 minutes or so to go through all that.
We made it! Hey, that
So
was
we're
great.
gonna take
Click on the
this
clue and drag it to
and
the...
we're gonna get out of
Nothing here. Let's check out... Quiet now. I'm going to sense out this area. I'm picking up a clue reading in the shrinking machine room.
Yeah, who would have guessed?
Now we're back at the Shrink-O-Matic.
So, do you want to know about something?
Yeah,
Ready for the
yeah,
clue?
yeah. So I hid a mission clue in one of the specimens. Still, you'll never find it unless you can figure out this hint. This specimen has been known to grow 4.5 feet wide and weigh 500 pounds. That's bigger than Egbert's head.
I appreciate the compliment, Polly, but in this age of microprocessors, size really doesn't matter. Jellyfish. Jellyfish have squid. A squid is a octopus.
We're gonna go
Think that's
squid.
the right specimen?
Happy trails!
Alright, we're gonna look at the rest of them.
You're pretty good at this, so let's get the show on the road.
Bon voyage. Botley. So far, not so good. There we got a cup. Oh. Getting worse at this as I go.
I feel dizzy!
There we go. Come on. Got lucky on that one. There we go. Keep bouncing off that bad boy. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Don't even make me work. I just gotta get him back in there. Ruined it. Alright, one more yellow. Games are really playing itself. Yes. Right. One more, get in there, Botley. You got it. Get it! Yeah. That was a good one.
Nope.
Nothing?
Not there. I guess we'll have to go back to the shrinking machine and try again. Click anywhere.
Wonder if it's a jellyfish.
I guess we chose the wrong specimen. Let's try again, and remember Polly's hint. Which specimen has been known to grow 4.5 feet wide and weigh 500 pounds?
4.5 feet wide.
Starfish. The starfish sand dollar. This jellyfish. Tapeworm. Tapeworms are long, flat.
Gross.
Roundworm. Roundworms are simple worms with long, thin bodies. Slug. A slug looks like a snake. Protozoan. There are 50,000 kinds. Earthworm. Earthworms live underground and eat soil. Clam. A clam is a mollusk.
If I was just paying attention.
I guess it's time.
Now we gotta do her again. Let's go,
That's
Bobby.
French, you know.
Take it easy to that last one.
Tis a far better thing.
I would love it. I'm playing this game no matter what. Okay.
You're pretty good at this, so let's get the show on the road. I won't last. Here it comes!
Oops.
Yikes!
Ooh, I was wondering what we hit. Got a little lag going on. Perfectly round. That was impressive. No! Get back in there. No! What are you doing? Oh, give me a break. Botley. Darn it. Get back in there. Gosh. Botley. That's what I'm talking about. Too far. Alright, seems like we played this one the most. So hopefully we don't have to do this one again and again. Because I am awful at this one. Very impressive, Bobby. There we go. Get in there. Don't you dare. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Oof. Not so bad when it goes to the bottom, but when it goes to the top. Alright, one more, Bailey. Let's go. We got it. Get in there. Nope. Oh, that was terrible. We're going to send him back in this loop. Oh, my goodness. There we go. Good job, Miley. We got the poo.
Way to go! You freed the clue that Polly hid. Now put it into your inventory so we can get back to saving life as we know it. There are no mission clues on this floor. Let's go to another.
Let's see if we can get anything going on in the basement. The first floor, I should say.
Stand back now while I sense the place out. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hid a mission clue in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
Voila!
Get it, cook some food. Nothing? Oh,
this is the door to the kitchen. First. Everyone eats here. Polly, her dad, and of course, all us robots. The professor put a lock on it months ago because some of the robots were getting a little gluttonous. I mean, they'd eat all the time if they could. I used to know the combination, but it looks like Polly's changed this lock. You can figure out the combination if you can figure out the math problems that appear on the door. That's Mort peeking out from inside. He's one of the nicer robots around here, but he gets a little cranky when he hasn't eaten.
Thank goodness you're here. My stomach's rumbling, and I don't know how to cook.
Click on the arrows on the tiles at the bottom of the equation. The up arrows will increase the number. The down arrows will decrease it. When you think you've got the correct number in the tile, click the glowing Enter button beneath it. If you want, you can also enter numbers using your keyboard. Then press Enter. Nope, that's not right. Nope, that's not right.
Maybe it's not right.
You got the first lock. 2 more to go.
2 more. Well, that's easy.
All right, you got 2 locks. Just 1 more.
Turn this up. Hungry.
You did it! I knew Polly couldn't keep us out. This is Professor Sparks' kitchen, but I doubt your kitchen is anything like this unless you happen to have lots of hungry robots hanging around your house. See that machine in the middle of the room? It's the robot feeder. 2 things you should know about robots. 1, they're usually hungry. And 2, their table manners are atrocious. Around now, I'd normally be hungry enough to eat a '57 Chevy, but Polly's behavior has made me lose my appetite.
Hey, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen, Spotly. Of course, if you do leave, you won't be able to find the mission clue I've hidden in here.
If you want, you can click around the kitchen to check out some of the cool stuff in here. But to feed Mort and help save the world, click on the feeding machine. I have to warn you, though, watch your fingers and toes around hungry robots. Here it is,
All
Professor
right,
Sparks'
make some
robot
food.
feeding machine. Patent pending. I've wandered in here for a midnight snack many times myself, but now it looks like we've got to feed Mort.
Oh, look at him dance.
Yes, Bartley. It's time for a little snack.
After Mort calls for a snack, he'll tell you what toppings he wants on it, and exactly how much of each topping he wants. When you turn on the machine, Mort's robot bowl will move along the conveyor belt in front of me, while the toppings move along the conveyor belts behind me. What you need to do is measure each of the toppings and drop exactly what Mort wants in his bowl. So, what'll it be tonight,
Yes, sir,
Monsieur
Bobby.
Mort?
Let's get it done.
You know what
you hungry
sounds
for?
good? A bowl of guacamole with tortilla chips. And that
not
goes
sound
great
bad.
with delicious green slime,
Oh.
chopped liver, salt, and some carbon.
Good thing you have a cast iron
heck?
stomach, Mort. Now click on the on-off switch in front of the feeding machine, and I'll crank this baby into gear. Enjoy!
Crank it. Slime. We need 101 millimeters of slime. So 1 and 1. That looks nasty. Liver. Drop it. Alright, we got the liver. Now we need to get all that salt. Wow. Wowza. I don't want that to work. Thing's a robot. 2,000. Eating like a champion. Crank this bad boy up. Ooh, eat the table too.
Thank you.
Look at that
I must
smile.
tell the other robots about your brilliant cooking.
Way to go! Man, that Mort can put it away.
For providing such a fine feast, here's a little tip.
Great! Take the clue and put it in your
Baby
inventory.
bottle.
Then, on to complete this mission.
Alright, I think we need one more.
Hey,
after
we're
this.
in luck! I'm sensing a mission clue in the music hall.
Oh, music. Finally, something different.
This is the
Different
door to
ones
the
in a row.
professor's concert hall, which he usually keeps locked
I
so
can
none
already
of the less
tell.
musical
Rain,
robots
wind.
around here pound too hard on the piano. But the door doesn't open with a key. Instead, it uses a password. Hey, Beethoven!
Huh? Hello? Who's there? Oh, Bartley, it's just you. You should have called my name instead of just scuffling around out there.
Sure. Okay, listen, Polly's up to no good again,
Look at them
and we're trying to
eyebrows.
stop her. We're having trouble with this lock. Can you help us?
Look.
Now, Bartley, if I just gave you the answers, Polly would reboot me in a heartbeat. But if you're really having trouble figuring out one of the words, click on the button next to it, and I'll see what I can do. Good luck.
Okay.
All right, I
What
know
you
the
must do
first
is
three.
unscramble the letters on the left side of the door to create 4 words.
All right, I think we need one more after this.
Okay, we're in luck. I'm sensing a mission clue in the music hall. This is the door to the professor's concert hall, which he usually keeps locked so none of the less musical robots around here pound too hard on the piano. But the door doesn't open with a key. Instead, it uses a password. Hey, Beethoven!
Rain!
You've got a real talent for this.
Wind!
Hey, way to...
Thanks, Bob. You're so nice. I don't deserve it.
Heat!
Man, you're really moving.
This one I wasn't paying attention to.
Wet snow!
Say it again?
Wet snow!
Wet snow. There you go, buddy. Thank you for the hint.
It seems you've created some kind of wood.
Spell.
Sleet!
You figured out all 4 words. Now, can you unscramble the password?
Oh, okay. I was wondering. Losing my mind.
That is correct! The password is weather.
Takes me a minute for this old brain to get spinning.
We're in. Follow me.
Follow me. Oof. What happened? Oh, something went up with the game. Let me put this. See if we can get this going again. Don't know what happened. Let me get my mouse over there, you jerk. Come on. Goofy game. So it's not the game, it's just this. It's so freaking annoying. There we go. Alright, let's get back in there.
Well, hello. We've been waiting.
Been waiting for me.
Uh-oh, we've run out of energy. We can't do anything else until we juice up the generator. Let's go to the basement.
Alright, well, let's go to the basement. Game decided to turn itself off, so let's see what's going on. We have to get some energy first.
This is the mountain's electric generator. Pretty impressive, huh? Professor Spark invented it so that he could produce all the electricity he needs to run the gadgets here in the mountain. And believe me, this place needs a lot of juice. It basically runs with batteries, but these aren't like the batteries on your flashlight at home.
Okay. Let's try this again. Alright, I think I got it figured out. We got booted out, so let's try to get back in there. Don't know what's going on.
Hello.
Hopefully everything's saved. Mystery Mountain.
Uh-oh, we've run out of energy.
We're out of energy,
We can't do anything
so
else until we juice it.
we're gonna have to come down here. Banana boy.
This is the mountain's electric generator. Pretty impressive, huh? Professor Spark invented it so that he could produce all the electricity he needs to run the gadgets here in the mountain. And believe me, this place needs a lot of juice. It basically runs with batteries, but these aren't like the batteries on your flashlight at home. When used in the correct combinations, these batteries pack a big enough wallop to kick this generator into gear.
Alright.
See the monitors on those tubes?
Do some math.
Each one has a specific battery requirement, so that when magnified together, the batteries are equal to the value on the monitor. The trick is to pick the right combination of two batteries.
Nope, you're gonna help me out?
When you get all the batteries in place, the generator will produce electricity. You have to think fast, though, and work your way through both rings to get the generator going, because those batteries will run out of juice if you make them pull all the weight for too long. Okay, now you do it. Put the correct batteries in place.
Let's try. Let's go 12. Plus 12. So you can just do any number. That's nice. No, take it off.
One ring down, one more to go.
One more to go. Ooh, this one's gonna be rough. 12, 5, 11. 8 plus 3. 10 plus 4. Let's do 5 5. What did I do wrong? Oh! Not very bright.
Fantastic! You finished
Missing one
the
right in
second
front of me.
ring. Now hold on tight, because we're about to get a mega power surge.
Woo!
Neato! Now back upstairs to foil Polly. Okay, all sensors indicate that Polly hit a mission clue in the music hall.
Alright, back to the music hall.
Of course the door is locked again. We'll have to
And
get
we're gonna have to
Beethoven to
redo
give us
it.
a hand with the password.
Please, I'm trying to finish the symphony, but I'll be here if you need help.
Alright. Do this
Head.
quickly.
You've got a real talent for this.
Eye.
Terrific!
Aye.
We're almost in.
It's between your shoulder and your wrist.
It was backwards. I didn't pay attention.
Elbow.
Great job! You're better at this than I am.
Yep. They're all just backwards. He's not paying attention.
Nose.
Now that you've figured out all the words, you just need to unscramble the password.
Correct. The password is body.
Body.
Hey, you got us in the door. Let's go.
Here
This is
we
the
are.
Mountains Music Hall. This is where rehearsals are held by our award-winning all-robot chorus,
Maestro.
headed by Maestro Trombot. Of course, thanks to Polly, half the members of the chorus are lost in time right now. Ah, to hear their sweet, dulcet tones just one more time. Maestro? Hey, Maestro!
Shh, Bartley. You'll misalign my perfect pitch sensors. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. There we go.
Sorry, Maestro, but Polly's put us all in a bit of a jam, and the future of civilization is at stake.
Mamma mia! If she would only practice her arias, she wouldn't have the time or the inclination to destroy the world. Music has such a civilizing influence. Although her voice, let's just say it's not music to my ears.
Get him.
I heard that, Maestro. You just don't appreciate my instrument. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Well, Polly, you do have a quality.
I've got scads and scads of quality. But what Notley here wants is the mission clue I hid here. In order to get it, though, he'll have to play me a song. Not just any song, though. I want to hear this song. And please play it right, Dingbot. My delicate ears can't handle even one sour note. You mess up, and you get nothing. Nada. Zilch. Nuts.
You know, if you like,
Why she gotta
you can
be
play the
so
organ
rough?
with the top row of number keys on your keyboard.
Click on the music tablet to play that tune.
Alright, I missed what I was
Click
supposed
on
to
the
do.
music tablet to play the song Polly.
Is that it? There we go.
How did she... it seems that you have your work cut out for you, dear Bartley. You see, the music is all mixed up. If you want to hear how it's supposed to sound, click on me and I'll play it for you. Then you should have little trouble rearranging those musical phrases until they're in the right order. Click on the button next to the phrase to hear the music stored on it. Then click on the phrase to move it to another slot.
If you click on the play button, you can play the entire piece as it's arranged on the music tablet. You can even change the instrument it's played with by selecting one of the instruments on this panel.
So.
Kind of avant-garde, but I think Polly had something more traditional in mind. Rearrange the chips in a different order.
Not it?
You did it!
Okay. Thought I was epically failing.
This song is called Yankee Doodle. In the old country, Italy, you know, a macaroni is a type of feather people used to wear in their hats. I bet you never knew that.
Only if I knew all the words, I'd sing along.
Music to my ears. Store the mission clue in your inventory, then we can continue our mission.
Beautiful. I think that was the last
We've got
one.
everything we need to complete this mission. We should go to the top. We made it.
We sure should.
Now that we're back at mission control, we need to use the Wheel of Invention to get started on the next clue.
Another round.
Welcome back to the Wheel of Invention. As our current champion, it's your turn to spin the wheel. Just click the on button.
On.
Time for a fun-filled episode of Hollywood Squares
Hollywood
with me,
Squares.
Monty Monitor. Answer all the questions correctly, and you, yes you, will be whisked to the past to save poor Dr. Bugbot and thwart Polly's plan. Ha ha! Let's begin! Your first clue is a baby bottle, and it will lead you to what this mission is all about. Baby bottles were invented as a convenient way to feed babies nutritious food. Nutritious food increases the baby's chances of living a long life. Today, the average baby can expect to live for how many years?
Let's go 80.
Some people live to be that old, but the average person doesn't live that long. Right! The average life expectancy has increased over time, thanks to things like better nutrition and cleaner drinking water. Advances in which field of science have contributed most to people living longer?
Medicine.
Correct! Ha ha! Advances in medicine have helped to wipe out many of history's most deadly diseases. But medicine isn't only a science, it's also something you take when you're sick. Who in the hospital makes sure you take the medicine you need to get better? Doctors prescribe. That's right.
Well, I'm sure if they're the one prescribing,
make
they're
sure
the one that's
patients
telling
get
you
the
to take it.
medicine that doctors prescribe. People have always cared for the sick, but nursing wasn't always considered a profession.
Aha! Polly sent Dr. Bugbot back to the time when the profession of nursing was first established. Keep going, you're doing great.
Would have never guessed.
Your second clue is a lamp. It will tell you who in history first established the profession of nursing. Electric lamps like this one made it much easier to work and play at night. When lamps were invented about 100 years ago, everyone wanted one. So electricity soon became common in people's homes. What is it called when lamps and electrical appliances go out all over town? You're right! A blackout occurs when the source that brings electricity to homes stops working. This often happens during a storm when power lines are damaged. What does light often symbolize for people? Right! When darkness becomes light, people usually feel hope. Hope is a good feeling about the future. What famous woman in history was called Lady of the Lamp because she offered hope to people? The Statue of Liberty symbolizes correct. Florence Nightingale was a famous nurse who walked from hospital bed to hospital bed with a lamp. That's why people called her Lady of the Lamp. She also opened the first college for nurses and invented the profession of nursing.
What a wonderful woman.
Florence Nightingale is the person in history we need to find. Dr. Bugbot, we're almost on our way.
The third clue is a tablespoon. It will lead you to the time in history when the profession of nursing was established. People have been using spoons for thousands of years. The first spoons were made out of clay, wood, and sometimes even bones. But modern tablespoons were invented only 240 years ago. If the doctor tells you to take 1 tablespoon of medicine every day, 1 tablespoon is the exact amount you should take. What's the general name for an exact amount of medicine? Right! A prescribed amount of a drug is called a dose. Medicines are drugs that help us get better when we're ill. But not all drugs are used for curing the sick. A dose of what drug helps put patients to sleep before surgery? Yes! Before anesthetics were invented, operations were incredibly painful. People had to get their teeth pulled while they were wide awake. They felt everything. Oh my! The first operation using an anesthetic was performed in 1842. On which date were you most likely to get an anesthetic before an operation?
I want to say 1842, but
you got it.
Most like
1860,
years
anesthetics became
later.
widely available. 1860 also marks the year when Florence Nightingale started the world's first college of nursing.
That makes sense.
1860, here we come.
Alright, now the bar of soap's gonna tell us where.
Your last clue is a bar of soap. The bar of soap will lead you to where in the world professional nursing was invented. Bars of soap used to be so expensive, almost nobody could afford to wash their hands with soap. Too bad, because washing your hands with soap is one of the best ways to help avoid getting sick. Why is it so important to wash your hands with soap? Good.
All of the above.
Germs are invisible to the naked eye, so doctors didn't even know they existed until 150 years ago. But soon after germs were discovered, doctors realized that they could cause illness. Today, doctors give us shots to make us immune to some of the diseases caused by germs. What are these shots called? Excellent! The first vaccine was invented over 100 years ago in a country that had the largest empire the world has ever known. The people of this world empire were exposed to a world of germs, and that made vaccines especially necessary. The country where the first vaccine was invented also controlled the largest empire in history. Which country was that?
I want to say United States, but it's probably England.
The United States, jolly good. During the 1800s, England was so rich and powerful it could afford to improve medicine and public health. It was also in England where the profession of nursing was established by Florence Nightingale.
Hip hip cheerio! We've done it! We've got all the information we need to find Dr. Bugbot.
Alright, let's go get him.
Well, this is it. The journey into time. Click on me to start the trip. Hey, it's visiting hours in England. Let's go watch Florence Nightingale as she makes her rounds. The Lady of the Lamp is inventing the profession of nursing. Better watch out, Florence Nightingale. Dr. Bugbot's got a prescription for disaster. He wants to feed your patients ice cream and cake. Oh no! The Lady of the Lamp didn't hear us. Hit the recall button. Alright, saving the world sure makes a robot hungry. Too bad the doctor didn't bring the ice cream back with him. Make sure your seat backs are in their upright locked positions while I take us home. There's no place like home. Press the back button on the utility belt to leave the time machine. We need to put this robot to rest.
Put him to
It
rest.
does my CPU chip good to know that I've
Where's
helped
he
bring
gonna
these
go?
guys back where they
Right next to
belong.
the swim boy. All the way across. Top right.
Oh, Blotley, you're such a party pooper.
Two
Well,
down,
just because you got lucky
23
that
to
time
go.
doesn't mean that I have to start worrying. There is still more to come.
A lot more.
Let's take a look at that transquizzer and select another mission. Click on the inventory.
Let's call it for
We
today.
really should start a mission.
What we're gonna do is leave it here. Thank you everybody for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe. This is only going to be part 1, obviously in many parts. I'm going to try to finish the whole thing. So we're going to leave it there, and I'll be back on probably tomorrow with another big part, and hopefully we can get through this pretty quickly. Just want to say thank you for everybody watching. Appreciate it, and I'll be back tomorrow.